So what is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. In today's video, I want to share with you how to start selling life insurance in 2023. This is the beginner's guide. This is the complete guide from start to finish on what you need to do, the action steps that you need to take, all the way from how do I get my license, how do I get paid, where do I find the best products, what do I do, and most importantly, what you need to know about how to start making money selling life insurance in 2023. My name is Peter Roberts. I have nothing to sell you. I jumped into this industry about 8 months ago. I was a brand new rookie, had no idea what this was. I saw all these people making money. I've been able to sell over $300,000 in my first 8 months selling final expense life insurance, and I simply want to document the journey, the things that I've learned to hopefully help you make more money. I didn't realize how amazing life insurance was. I jumped in the industry, and I want to share with you how you can get started. This is going to be the real truth, the things that your recruiter won't tell you, and most importantly, everything that you need to know to basically start tomorrow to get licensed to start selling life insurance. Now, what I want to break this up is getting started. Now, you probably jumped into this industry because you see people making $20, $30, $40, $50,000. Now, the one thing that all agents have to do, that you have to do, is actually begin, number one, getting your life insurance license. Now, where this starts is, for me, what I did is I signed up with a company called Excel. This is a pre-licensing, basically exam prep. So what you need to do first is basically sign up with a pre-licensing course prep study guide where you can start, practicing. It takes about 4 to 8 days of just practicing their course material. You can actually look up, exam simulators. You can look up on this a program or the software practice exams. You can look up practice questions, and then you can actually just start learning. So what you want to do is study for this exam, and then about a week after, 7 to 10 days later, you can actually study. You can take your in-person test. So what you're going to do is, no matter what state you're in, you typically have to take this license or this test in person. So what you're going to do is go to your state website, and you're going to sign up or select a date to take an in-person exam. Now, once you take this exam, you're going to sign up for your life insurance license exam, and then once you get a 70% or above, you will then be, handed your life insurance license. Now, once you get this license, it's really important to you to understand that this is an asset where you can unlock your future earning potentials. So step one again is to go ahead and get your life insurance license. It's simply go ahead and take a pre-license prep course and just basically take it at your own pace. Most companies that if you get contracted with will typically pay for it. So if you're looking for a company, see if they'll pay for it. Secondly, take that exam, get a 70 or above, and then most importantly, once you pass that, you'll be handed your life insurance license. The one thing to note is that, let's say you get licensed in Maryland, you can then use that Maryland license to get licensed in Texas, Virginia, and all the states statewide. So super fun. It's an asset that you can unlock. Now, the second thing that I want to share with you is, once you get licensed, how do you actually begin making money? You have to pick the product that you want to do. So secondly, find or learn about the product that you're going to begin selling. Now, when it comes down to selling life insurance, most people make money in one of these buckets, one of these 3 buckets. Number one, they're either selling final expense or whole life insurance, a life insurance product where the costs will never change. It'll be there for you for the rest of your life. There's no expiration date, and it also builds some cash value its whole life. Or secondly, you can start selling some term life insurance. This is for like mortgage protection insurance, or people that want to make sure that if something happens to them in the next 10, 20, 15 years inside of this term, if they die inside of that term, their family could receive $100, $200, $300, $400,000. Now, term typically only pays about 99.2% of the time it doesn't pay out. So there's a niche for whole life, and there's a niche for the term products, and most importantly, you can eventually go into advanced markets, which is index universal life. So cash building whole life policies that are indexed against the market. There's annuities, and there's all these different fancy insurance products. But as a new beginner, I would say find or learn about the product that you want to sell. If you want to sell whole life, learn about whole life. Know what it is. Learn how you can serve your market and learn what it actually does. And if you want to serve term or sell term, know what term does. Know the benefits. Do your research. Most people fail in this industry. Just a really, really important side note is that they just try to get in this industry to make a ton of money, but when they go to actually selling a product to someone, they don't sound like an expert. They don't know what they're talking about. They're failing, and they don't sound like an educated individual. So it's going to prevent people to want to buy from you. So when you jump into it, know exactly what you're selling to individuals, because if you can find the product that you believe in, that you have a lot of conviction behind, that you know how to sell it, then things get easy and you can make a ton of money. So as you're jumping into finding a company, which is next, the third step is find a company, and the way that you find your company is based on the product that you want to sell. So once you do your research and you say, hey, I want to sell final expense life insurance, or I want to sell term life insurance, pick a company that has or is a master in the product that you sell. Now, when it comes down to this, you need to understand that there's two types of companies for me in the final expense industry that I want to share with you. You can become an independent agent or a broker, or you can go ahead and find a captive company which only sells that product. I've been through both avenues. So again, a independent broker is someone like me who can get licensed with multiple different carriers, who can sell different products, that can sell Mutual of Omaha, that can sell AIG, that can sell all these different products because they don't work for one single company. They can basically go onto the market, find a product that makes sense for an individual, and you don't have to sell them your company's product. Where a captive agent is someone who works with a captive agency where they have one product, or they can only sell that product that they are working with. So they're contracted with this captive company and they were told that you can only sell this company. You've probably heard of like Lincoln and Heritage. It's just an example, nothing bad about them, but they are only allowed to sell that product is because that's who they're contracted with. So understand what type of route you want to take. You're going to be an independent life insurance agent that can basically find people and do price shopping and basically build their own business, or do you want to go the captive agency route where you're just told to sell one product and you only have access to the product? Now, just when you're picking someone, now that you know kind of what route you want to take, you want to pick a leader. Now, when you pick someone to join or the company or agency that you want to work under, you want to pick someone that, number one, has some type of ethical compass similar to you. Most people in this industry, side note, are just doing this or bringing you into this business to make money off you, and they don't really care how you do it. So make sure you can find someone with good ethics, someone that you can trust. Most importantly, someone that has a proven track record. Most people bring in this business, they don't actually know what they're doing. They're just getting you to fill a seat, and then you're stuck like, dang, I just got my life insurance license. How do I make money? My leader who brought me into this is not helping me, and then I feel frustrated. So very, very important when you are number 3, picking your company to work for, and you know what route you're going to take, make sure you can find a leader or someone that you want to work for that you actually trust, you like, and has the skills or has the expertise or has the track record that they can show you step by step how to do it. Now, the fourth thing that I want to share with you is that once you pick the company, you now have to begin getting contracted. Now, the contracting process is basically assigning your name to the company that you want to work with. As an independent contractor or independent broker or an independent life insurance agent, you want to get contracted with multiple different companies. You can get contracted with Mutual of Omaha, you can get contracted with AIG, you can get contracted with like Prosperity. Once you get contracted, then you actually have the legal ability to sell the products. So once you get contracted, whether if you're going the independent route, you're picking your companies that you want to work with, you can hand select them, or the captive route, you can only sell their product. It's now time for you to establish what your commission rate is. Now, every contractor or as every life insurance agent is assigned a commission rate. This is how much money you will make. Some companies that are captive will only give you a 50% commission rate. Some companies where you're an independent, broker or an independent agent will give you 70, 80, 100%. So you now need to select how much commission do you want to receive. Now, if someone's giving you leads, like a captive agency, they'll typically give you a less of a commission. They'll give you a 50, 60% commission because they're going to pay for some of your leads. Compared to an independent broker, they could give you 90, 100, 110% commission based off the products that you sell. So understand what differences or what things that you want to select or contract rates that you want to get. But what it means is when you're contracted at a 50% rate, if you sell a product for $1,000, you will get $1,200. You take your commission, times that by 12, you get $1,200, and then you take that and times that by your contract rate, which is 50%. You will take that $1,200 that you sold, and half of that will go to the company that you work for, or the agency that will make 50% of this, while you only get to keep half. So understand that your contract is really important. A lot of people will bring you in, they won't tell you about this, and you'll be getting basically taken advantage of because they're going to be making a ton of money off your contract because you are not aware. So once you understand, number one, you found an agency, you know the products, and then you also have the contract in place. Now it's time to find clients to sell to. You've done all this work, you got your contracts in place, but here's actually how you make money. How do you find clients to sell to? There's two simple ways. You can either sell to friends and family, which is what most people do when it comes down to being a captive agency or working with one company, or you can actually go out there and market and sell. And when you go out there and market and sell, you can generate leads for yourself. You can work with certain companies that have inbound lead systems, or some companies will use TV ads where basically you can call in, people will call in, you pay 40, 50, 60 bucks, and then you can pick up the phone and try to sell them. You can also, generate your own leads off of Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, whatever it is. You have all this at the tip of your fingertips. So understand, how am I going to find the clients that I'm going to serve, and also what type of clients do I want to serve. So if you're serving an older demographic who is looking to cover the burial expenses, you're going to sell final expense life insurance. If you're looking to sell, single moms who just bought a house, you're probably going to sell term life insurance. So understand that your product that you're selling to will determine how you market. But there's two ways. Number one, you can go the captive route, where people will tell you, your agencies that will brought you into this business will tell you, hey, call your friends and family, get the list of friends and family, knock on some doors in your neighborhood, reach out to your aunt and uncle. But what they're actually doing is they're just using you to build recruits, because they're going to bring them in, they're going to make you sell them, and then they're also going to make commission off of you. So be really, really aware of that. Compared to if you go the lead route, where you can actually buy leads from the insurance carriers or the companies that you're working with, or the agency that you're contracted with, your IMO. But the thing is, you then have to dish out money, $3, $5, $20, $30 sometimes for leads just to get a phone number. So be very mindful of whatever route you take. Make sure that you understand the cost and the benefits, and make sure that have a clear way to acquire clients, because if you cannot acquire clients, you will go broke. And most importantly, in the life insurance industry, the lifeline or the bloodline of this business is clients. Getting new clients, getting new prospects to get in front of, and most importantly, never having a dry pipeline of people to call. The last thing I want to share with you here, run into, is step number 6, is start selling the product. Now that you have the product to sell, you have to sell it. So how do you sell it? You now have to bring them in. You have to call them on the phone. You get a script. Your upline will give you some type of word track or some things to understand. And you have to understand the sales cycle. The sales cycle works like this. You call them, you set an appointment either, or you go out there and call them, and one call close them. What the one call close is, what I've used is that you literally get them on the phone. You basically address their needs, you address their concerns, you present the options, you understand their needs, and you basically become the expert, and then you pitch them a product. And when you pitch them a product, they will tell you yes or no. If they say yes, you go out there and fill out an application. Now, how it works is that you now will get paid by the life insurance company. So let's say you write a company. What will happen is you then get them to say yes, I want the $10,000 option, and then you go to your application, and you have to submit them. All life insurance is typically based off of age and health. So they have to get medically qualified. So you submit an application, and they get medically qualified, and then you only get paid typically when that policy starts. So what happens is, once you get them qualified, they become a client. You now will make money off of them. You will receive commissions when that policy starts. So when the client makes their first payment, you will then receive a commission check based off your contract rate and the product that you sold. And then what I want to share with you is basically, you ask them questions, you pitch them the product, you close them, and then you close the sale, and then you get paid. Now, when it comes down to getting paid, probably the most important thing that you need to know, the thing that I want to be most transparent about, is you got your life insurance license, you just listened to this video, you're like, damn, all these people are making money. It sounds like a lot of steps, but how do I actually get paid? So number one, it goes down to three things. Number one, you take your annualized premium. So let's say, again, you sold a policy for $100, and you take your annualized premium. So you take $100, and you take that this client is going to pay $100 for 12 months into this policy. At the end of 12 months, they put $1,200 in this policy. Now you take the $1,200 and you times that by your contract rate. So let's say I was at 100% contract. I'm going to get 100% of this. You take that, you multiply that by 100, you're going to get $1,200. If you multiply that by a 50% contract rate, you'll get $600. And you take that $600 and then you multiply that by your advance. Now, what I want to share with you is that the advance is what the upfront commissions will be in the next, on that paycheck or that commission sheet that you get. This company is going to pay you the 9 months. It's either typically a 6-month advance or a 9-month advance. So what this means is that this company is assuming that this client that you just sold will stay on the books, will basically pay their life insurance for the next 9 months, and that you are going to keep this money. So in the next 9 months, they're going to do a 75% advance. So you take that, let's say $600, you multiply that by 0.75, which is your 9-month advance, and you'll get $450. And then that is your 9-month advance. That's how much you will actually make off of selling a $100 per month policy after you get your commission. So what I want to share with you is there's portions of this business that you need to know. There's a thing called a chargeback. Yes, you need to be understanding of this. If, let's say, Sally, you sold her a policy, you've now been advanced at $450, but after 1 month she calls you and says, hey, Peter, I don't want this life insurance anymore. It's too expensive. Can I have my money back? Well, guess what? All that money that the insurance company has now paid you, you have to refund, except for that first payment. So now you have to refund 9 months of her premium back to the insurance company, or you will get charged debt. What this means is that if you do not pay this back, you have to owe this back, and you have to use your own money to pay it. So you can acquire debt in this industry if you're not aware. And the last thing I'll share with you is renewals. great thing about life insurance is that if you can keep clients on the books for 12 months or more, you will also get paid on month 13, 14, 15, and 16, and you can actually build passive income in your business. So this is literally a step-by-step process of how to get contracted, where to get contracted, the tips and tricks that you need to understand to hopefully get started selling life insurance. I hope this video was clear, gave you a lot of transparency of how you actually can get started. This is the no BS truth about what it takes to actually get started to sell life insurance. It is a journey. If you're willing to put the time in, if you're willing to put the effort in, if you can actually look past the pain, of getting contracted, the studying, the long nights, trying to figure out the phone calls, the lead generation, all these other things, it can unlock and change your business. It's changed my business. So I hope this video brought you a ton of value. I'm here to help share with you guys. So if you like this video, comment, like, subscribe, hit me up, comment below. I hope you guys crush it, and I hope you can make money selling life insurance in 2023. Take care. Love you guys. Cheers.